Hey guys, welcome back to Tech Tutorials for Teachers. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than it has been in the past. I'm not going to go over a specific resource or tool to use in your classroom, but I'm going to go over 4 components that you need to think about when you're determining whether or not a technology tool belongs in your lesson. If that sounds interesting, let's go ahead and get into it. The first component that I want to talk about is effectiveness. This technology tool should be effective in what it's supposed to do. If it's a quiz type of resource, then it should be effective in getting the information from the students and assessing whether or not they're ready to move on. If it's a presentation tool like Nearpod, it should give the information in an effective way and not distract from the actual topic and information you're giving the students. So if you're thinking about using a technology resource, it needs to be effective in what it's supposed to do and effective in giving the information to the students. The next component and question you need to ask yourself is whether or not the technology tool is engaging the students. Is it going to help the students stay focused on the task at hand more than if you didn't have the resource in the classroom? Is it going to distract them or engage them? These are the questions that you need to ask and determine whether or not the resource is going to be engaging and help you get the information to the students and help their learning, or is it just going to distract them and be something that they can play with? So you need to ask that. If you're determining whether or not to use a technology resource, it needs to engage the students more than if you didn't have the resource. The third component that you need to think about when you're determining whether or not to use a technology resource in the classroom is whether or not that resource is going to enhance the student's learning. Is it going to add something to their experience and help them take away something new and something better than if you didn't have that technology resource? If that's true, then this could be a resource you can use in the classroom. The final component to think about is the efficiency of the technology tool. Is this technology tool going to distract from the lesson, or is it going to give you a better, easier, and maybe even faster way to give or receive information from the students? If it's efficient, then it could be a good resource for the classroom. And that's it. Those are the 4 components that you need to think about when you're determining whether or not to use a technology resource in the classroom. It doesn't have to meet all 4 of these components, but it needs to meet at least 2 of them in order to be a good resource in your classroom and in your lesson. So as you're determining whether or not to use a technology tool, just think about these 4 components, go through the checklist and make sure that they're meeting at least 2 of them, if not all 4. That's it for this video. If you liked this or thought it was helpful, please like and subscribe. You can also leave comments and suggestions in the comments section below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.